kick it and go. Kick it and go. With a stiff arm, spin move, end zone, go. Off the sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go. With a stiff arm, spin move, end zone, go. Off the sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go. Running it back, never a cap, out of the draft.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles.
Sam Martin set to kick off.
The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports.
Taken about 7 yards deep, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25.
He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
He's tackled at the 30.
If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. And to give this time to the tailback. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll be 3rd down.
Let's go now. Panther 60. Panther 60. Big serious right here. We got to step it up. Mark 55.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Grant Delpit.
Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
And it's 3rd down.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown.
The kicker on.
Eric Ebron. His first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead.
The kick is
and this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys.
Eagles nothing.
So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown, so now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line.
On the tackle.
Tackle made there by Chidobe Awuzie.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 22-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now they try the right side here. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there.
7, the ball carrier.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
And that's why you spend a 1st-round draft pick on a running back. Not for just the fancy runs, but these dirty, gritty 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. That's why you draft him.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run it here with Huntley. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Ebron with it over the middle. And he's taken down inside the 30. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy 1st down.
First down, Cowboys.
Back to throw. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by DJ Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Intercepted.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
What do you think, Brandon? I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now back to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete.
The pass.
And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Steps away, and he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. 2 seconds to go, first quarter. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Elliott. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Elliott, the ball carrier.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
Complete.
A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
First down before he's brought down at the 3. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
When you're dead last in the NFL in 3rd down conversions, the odds are against you every time you face it. How about them picking up that one? That was big for them.
They'll run it with Johnson. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all.
Right at the line of
No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. Coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman of the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Mike 50. Mike 50. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Mike's 50.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And they're going to get him. They bring it down to the sack back at the 16-yard line.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open. Left him nowhere to go with the football. Had to absorb the sack.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays, and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
at their own 24-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute, I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something to the psychology of the game at times, isn't there? How much better would they feel running into the locker room, as you noted, with something on the board in a positive fashion? You're exactly right. It's a great opportunity to get that done.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. David Moore, the intended target, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The punt team on now as Pigeons sends this one away. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't...
He's got it at the 15. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. A big play there just before halftime. 52 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. And he's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Eric Ebron with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. He's got it, and it's 17-0.
Makes the score Cowboys 17, Eagles nothing. Sam Martin set to kick off.
Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. They'll look to throw. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
The contact. It's now 2nd and 10.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. Taken from about the 12. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14.
Taken down.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Again, it's Elliott. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Ebron caught left side. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That goes for a gain of 31.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Elliott. Elliott a first down and more. And down right around the 37. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there, just one big carry.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Well-timed effort by Darius Slay, a sack on the corner blitz. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block them. They were on him in a hurry.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
59 mark, 59 mark, check, 59.
Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second and a foot or so.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Cowboys' 40-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. A run with Huntley. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The Eagles on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is not.
Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles get a score closer.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball, too, right?
Without a doubt, you need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
21-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Now all of a sudden we've got an interesting game here. You just saw them go down and score a touchdown. And what was a comfortable lead at halftime, it's down to a two-score game.
And so the obvious thought is they've got to ramp things back up again. Got to get the offense into high gear. But we've seen this before. When you've kind of been in shutdown mode for a while thinking that you're okay, it's hard to mash the gas again and have everything work perfectly. They've got to fashion together a good drive right here and now.
Because defensively, got to be feeling confident. They haven't allowed a point this half. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 22 more yards there and another first down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. Two nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? They'll look to throw here on first down. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete.
The pass.
A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down. Stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. On second down now, it's Elliott, and he's going to take this close to the first down markers. He stopped at the Eagles' 27. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. And they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, break in the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
2-yard line.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And his kick is indeed good. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Sam Martin set to kick off.
Now it's Martin to do the honors after the made field goal. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot. Yeah. But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground. And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that any time you hand the ball to a back.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Looking right. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Second and 14. Room to run inside the 40. Looking middle, and that's complete. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settle it, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Philly.
Won't you get down with me, 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 down with me. Won't you get down with me, down with me, down with me. Won't you down with me, down with me. Hold on. I got a crowd wrapping around the whole town for me. Name on the crowd, got a thou in the balcony. Nah, 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 I don't hear the follow me. Won't shoot me down, send the cavalry. It been a while since I had time for me. Won't you get down with me? My small child with the polo, like my style, don't ya? Nights like this, I wish I was with ya. On my turf, roll out the Henry reps. She like when I talking to. Roll up that Sinatra, fly like mama to the moon. She asked me what's my life path. Told her 55 south to the cat. So many couches I crashed. Shout out Zazo, Tree, and shout classic. I know you really wanna be my only one, but I didn't need somebody to hold on to the sucker up, baby. I know you really wanna be my only one, but I didn't need somebody to hold on to the sucker up, baby. I know you really wanna be my only one, but I didn't need somebody to hold on to the sucker up, baby. I know you really wanna be my only one, but I didn't need somebody to hold on to the sucker up.
Automatic is a habit, you should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one. 6 months in, I ain't down once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She said she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat. I'm just hoping she don't feel. Cause when she do, I don't know what I'ma do. All that I heard that y'all was talking, it was comical. Pull up in your city for the evening, what you trying to do? Cause I'm open to it. I know that you miss him, but you gon' get through it. I can help with it if you need that. Go and bring the beat back. I don't really listen to the feedback, nah. Told me that she good, she don't need Jack, nah. I'm real proud of the steps you took just to get to the place that you at today. I couldn't tell you to you straight, I gotta ask